We are back in Croydon for the final time in 2024. This is the ProtoEV London 2024 race final. Before we get on board with the day, first here's a recap of the teams. First up is the Only Oasis family, based here in Stockwell. Coming into 2024, bringing a new team and a new car design in attempts to hold on to the ProtoEV Champion trophy. Next up, we have Too Fast Too Furious. This is the second annual addition to the Oasis Play fleet. This all-girls team hope to steal the victory away from the Oasis boys team. Our next competitors are Team Dream Boba from Phipsbridge Youth Group. This team is one of 3 new sign-ups for the 2024 season. They hope to put in a winning performance with their impressive kart design and confident presenting skills shown to ERS Hub, who attended our careers fair. Also joining the 2024 season is Woodpecker YC. With the team having a late entry, the team still have some finishing touches, but will definitely be ready in time for the grand final. Last but not least, we have Wacky Racers from Leeway School. Despite having a few issues on their private test day, the team is now ready to try and claim the ProtoEV London 2024 trophy. So, they are the teams ready to win. But first, as always, Blur runs through a briefing on what will happen during the day and what the teams will need to do in order to become the ProtoEV London 2024 champions. So the time is now, and the first team to hit the track is Too Fast Too Furious with driver Nirvana. So let's take a look at some of her highlights throughout the race final of 2024. Little bit slidey coming through turns 1 and 2. Maybe the kart tyres are still cold, obviously being an outlap, and it looks like she's having a little bit of trouble there, messing with some of the electronics beneath her knees, but she seems to have got it going again. Again, taking it very cautiously, coming through sector 2 on the approach into the Team Sport hairpin. Taking up a little bit of speed now, coming around the Team Sport hairpin, and she spins. Nirvana has spun, but it's not to worry, as it is only the outlap. Oh, and she spun again. Thankfully, this is only the outlap, so she still has time to get them crucial lap times in. So let's see how she can do throughout a little bit more of her session. Nirvana looks a little bit quicker coming through turns 1 and 2 there. Still taking it steady through turn 3, and still looks like she is having some form of issue. I really hope this doesn't impact on her lap times. She's got a 10-minute session to get these lap times in. So hopefully we do get one flying lap out there. Here we are coming into sector 2. Let's hope we can take the hairpin a little bit better. And she spun. She has spun again. That is another lap which we will have to void with the lap times, as it is certainly not going to be quick. Now, Nirvana did get some time set, but that is the end of her session. Nirvana is greeted by her team as the next team get ready to hit the track. Next up to hit the track is Team Dream Boba with driver Laney from Phipsbridge Youth Club. So Laney hits the track with Team Dream Boba, and again I just want to say how well this kart looks. You know, the colours of the karts and the design of the kart itself. There's been a lot of thought that's gone into this, but anyway, let's get back to the lap. So Laney's taking it very cautiously on her outlap, but I have to say these lines are looking good. Coming through turn 4 now, onto turn 5. Could be a little bit closer on the inside there, but now we are approaching the Innovate straight. Hopefully in the timed laps she picks up the pace just a little bit, because you know them Oasis teams from the test days and leeways were very quick. So let's see what she can do. On the approach up to the Team Sport hairpin, very nicely through there, I do have to say. Coming out of Sector 2 now into Sector 3. Maybe again, oh no, she was very close there actually. I was going to say she could have a kart width on the inside, but no, she took that very well. Moving on to a new lap now, so flying lap now. Coming down the straight on the approach to turn 1. Could be a little bit wider, but I don't think it's going to interrupt too much on her time. Nicely through turn 1 and turn 2. Keeping to the right hand side before turn 3. Using the camber at turn 3 to pull around the bend. Coming through turn 4 now, past the marshal post. Keeps it nice on the inside. Nice and wide through out onto the Innovate straight. Laney now coming into Sector 2 on the approach through 7 and 8. Coming up to turn 9, which obviously we know as the Team Sport hairpin. Looking nice, you can see the faint markings in the tarmac of where the racing line should be. Laney holding a very nice line there, past Carol Glen. Through now, coming out of Sector 2, turn 11, onto the little straight before the final 2 turns. And that again is a very good session by Team Dream Boba. As part of the STEM programme, the teams also took part of our Careers Day, and we had organisations and companies such as Innovate UK, F1, Team Sport and ERS Hub. During the Careers Fair, the youngsters got to speak with the representatives about opportunities that they could go into after education.
So I'm here with Will from Team Sport. As you can see behind, he's got lots of activities going on to engage the young kids, getting them engaged in STEM careers and also giving an insight of what it's like being a racing driver. So Will, tell us a little about what you're doing here.
Yeah, brilliant. Look, first of all, thanks for inviting us down today. The Blair Project, it's such a great initiative to get young people, into STEM subjects, and it's great to see so many suppliers here as well, kind of demonstrating what they can offer. So we're down today. We've got a few of our staff members down, and they're going through a lot of the things we do with our BIKC members and our cadet academy. Looking at things like reaction times with catching the ball. I think you see that the 2 girls are playing the head, shoulders, knees, toes ball game. So they kind of done a bit of this, and yeah, it's really cool. And it's showing that the kind of reaction times that you need on circuit and how that kind of benefits to a faster lap time, I guess.
Yeah, and the BIKC, the British Indoor Karting Championship, is massively growing, and it'd be great to see some of the young females getting involved. Women in motorsport is a massive movement at the minute. We're behind it, Team Sport behind it. We also share the same passion of converting to electricity, to the electric karts. We both used to deal with petrol karts, and now we're going electric. So it's nice to have a company like Team Sport on board with our programme who share the same goals. Next up, we are here with Robert from our title sponsor, Innovate UK. Without these guys, none of the youngsters will be allowed to kart today. So first of all, a massive thank you for that. Secondly, what do you think? What do you think of ProtoEV?
Well, I think it's a whole range of things you've got the kids involved in. The engineering of those go-karts are impressive. I can see all the power electronics in there, as well as the battery, and how the battery is actually encased and it's located in a very nice spot. Yes, it creates a weight for the go-kart, but goodness me, I wonder what it was like with the combustion engine and the petrol and all the emissions. It's so clean. So there's a lot of skills that's gone into that. Impressive.
Yeah, I mean the kits themselves, we worked out it's only about 10 kilo heavier than the petrol variant, the Rotax go-kart. But off the line, these ProtoEV go-karts will be much quicker in acceleration. You've got the instant torque of the electric motor, despite it only being 5 kilowatts. We have got a 10 kilowatt back at our workshop, so it'll be interesting to see how that compares to the Rotax maybe over the course of a lap. But yeah, thank you very much for all that you do at Innovate UK, and we'll keep on innovating.
Well, good. It's good to see all the funding put to good use, and the skills that it's impacted on the kids, and we hope they can get into industries like Formula One.
We are here with Ed from Formula One. First of all, welcome to ProtoEV.
Thanks for inviting me down. Yeah, first time I've been. Yeah, it's a really great looking project and really pleased to be here, really.
Yeah, you saw this morning's practice. What did you think of the speed of the cars? Were you impressed?
Yeah, they're quick. There's obviously a couple had a bit of problems here and there out there, but I think, yeah, it's impressive. And, for me, it's more about the engineering that goes into it and seeing the young kids sort of like getting involved in engineering. And that's the exciting part for me, really, seeing them getting hands-on, getting motivated and interested in engineering, because I think it's important in the UK.
Yeah, I totally agree, and it'd be good as well if we could get these guys either into careers within F1 or even going down the F1 in schools route. That's a project we've worked closely before with as well, and again it's a similar kind of outcome that we're pushing for. It's giving the opportunities for these base skills and things like that in engineering and STEM. And giving them that chance to have a future within motorsport or STEM.
Yeah, and I think when you look at what they're doing, it isn't just about the race driving; it's about the engineering.
Yeah,
and it's about the teamwork. And there's so many careers in F1 and motorsport that aren't just about the race driving. There's a huge range of careers that they could go into, and I think this has given them a taster for that.
Yeah, and I second that. I've worked with numerous motorsport teams in the past, and it's not just about the person in the hot seat. It's the whole team around them. It's the technicians, it's your engineers, it's your data people back at base, even up to your principals. It takes a winning team to create success. Well, yeah, thank you very much, Ed.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. Thanks. And the fourth of our stands here at the Jobs Fair, we have Adita from ERS Hub. And again, first of all, thank you for coming up today. The youngsters have been very engaged with your stand, as they have with the others. But tell me a little bit about yourself and what you do at ERS Hub.
So I am a business development manager in the ERS Hub, but overall my role is innovation manager. So I deal with innovation, with anything new.
Brilliant. Again, innovation is what we're doing here at ProtoEV. What do you think of the go-karts? Have you seen anything like this before? What's your opinion?
Nothing like this. It's super exciting. It was actually a bit nerve-wracking as well. Looking at the teams, I know how excited they are, and it's seeing is it working, is it not working, seeing some of them struggle. But it's super exciting to be here.
Yeah, and same again with the track action. Did the speeds of the karts? Did you think they were going to be that quick, or did you think?
No, actually, I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, thank you very much, Adita, and hope to see you again in the future.
Absolutely.
Getting back to the track action, we have Amza driving the last year's winning kart. They are the only Oasis family. So here we are, last year's winners with a new team and a new kart. This is the only Oasis family. And can I just say, this is a brilliant start from Amza. He's taken turn 3, the very tight, slingshotting him out to the turn 4. Takes it very nicely in, very tight round turn 5. Now approaching the Innovate straight. Coming through now section 2 of the circuit. Again, nice and tight, coming up to the Team Sport hairpin. Very nicely done through there by Amza. Coming out of turn 11 now, takes it wide up to the left hand side of the track. That should give him a good exit through 12 and 13, making that next lap a brilliant flying lap. He's even got his head down to try and reduce the drag. Very nicely again through turn 3. On the right hand side on the approach to turn 4, nicely on the inside. Again, very tight on the inside of turn 5, coming onto the Innovate straight very nicely. A little bit of scraping coming from the car but it's nothing I think to worry about for the team or the driver. Very nicely again through the team sport hairpin, coming out of sector 2 now onto sector 3, and again that is a brilliant performance by Amza and the only Oasis family. The fourth team to take the circuit is Obi and Woodpecker Youth Centre. So Obi hits the circuit in the Woodpecker Youth Centre go-kart, and he is now coming down on the approach to turn 1. Let's see how we can take the first sector. Quite a nice line there through turn 1 and 2, correct positioning for the approach to turn 3. Nicely through 3. Could have gone a little bit wider on the exit of 3 on the approach to 4 and 5. Nice and tight through 5 onto the Innovate straight. Let's see how we can do in sector 2 of this opening lap. Seems to be maintaining the pace on the approach to the Team Sport hairpin. Nice and tight in there. Probably could have gone a little bit wider again on the exit, but it has put him in a good position for turn 10 and 11. Approaching the back now, coming through turn 12. And to be fair, it seems like a decent lap. But he doesn't finish. He pulls into the pit lane. There must be an issue with the Woodpecker Youth Centre go-kart. So let's see if we can get that checked, and we'll get him back out on circuit ASAP. So we are back out with Obi and the Woodpecker Youth Centre go-kart. Seems to be much quicker this time round through turn 1, turn 2. Still tight again on the approach to turn 3. Let's see how we can fix that for the first sector. A lot nicer on the approach to turn 5, and squares off the corner, so he gets a good run through the Innovate straight. Let's see how we can do on the approach into sector 2. Coming through turn 8 now, nice and tight. Seems a bit juddery on the movement then, but I don't think that'll hinder his lap time too much. Very, very nicely there through the Team Sport hairpin, using the camber of the track. Again, very nicely coming out of turn 11 on the approach to the last 2 turns, and again, I think that is a very good session by OB and the Woodpecker Youth Centre. Last but not least, to hit the circuit, we have the Leeways Wacky Racers with Casey at the helm. Let's see how we can do in the ProtoEV London 2024 final. So Casey hits the circuit in the Leeways Wacky Racers go-kart, and let's see how we can get on in the final session. Very nicely through turn 1, a little bit wide through turn 2, but makes up for it through the tight hander turn 3, gets really close in on that apex and uses the camber of the curb. Does exactly the same through turn 5, making sure he uses as much of the runoff as he can coming onto the Innovate straight. Entering now into sector 2, through turn 7, through turn 8, and this seems an overall good lap. Coming through the Team Sport hairpin, a little bit of slide on the exit then, but I don't think that would have slowed him down too much. Coming out onto sector 3 now, seems to be using a lot of the runoff. Let's see how Casey can get on in the Leeways Wacky Racers go-kart for the second half of his session here. Again, very good in turn 1, a little bit wide in turn 2 and 3 this time. Could have gone a little bit wide on the exit turn 3, but makes it up in turn 4 and turn 5 onto the Innovate straight. Overall, again, quite a good performance. Could be a little bit wider coming down the Innovate straight there. You can see half a kart width to the left of where it was. Use a bit more space. On the approach to the Team Sport hairpin now, very, very quick through there. Coming into sector 3 now, there's turn 10, there's turn 11, and again, a brilliant session by the Leeways Wacky Racers and Casey. Casey greeted with his tutor Liam, making sure everything was okay. He seems proud of Casey's session there, and so do the rest of the team as well. That was a very good session by Casey, but is it enough to take the victory?